actually, it's not as large a group as it looked like a few seconds ago. I don't know if he looks like actually it looks like that's the second group. He also has that group to the north. And a Dark Templar out now, so very effective combination. The Dark Templar and the Corsairs. Looks like Savior's going to go for that 12 o'clock expansion and just use the kind of the Hydralisks, the Roaming Scourges, and the Mutalisk group he has just kind of wander it across the map. And right there, losing a single Corsair, but managing to take out about 5 Scourges. A little bit careless on Free. I'm surprised he even lost a single Corsair, and using those Hydralisks to protect the northern expansion. And those Hydralisks will be well prepared for any attack. 3 Evolution Chambers going, so Savior's just going to do massive upgrades. And those Dark Templar managed to sneak behind Savior's forces. Let's see if he does have speed upgraded Overlord, so he's going to have to pull back. Let's see if he's able to get there. It looks like he will be able to get there in plenty of time. He's going to bring that Overlord up and use those Hydralisks and those Mutalisks to take it down. But that was Free able to do a lot of damage on that hatchery. And keep that in mind for later, because that hatchery is severely damaged. And splitting those... Wow, that was excellent, Michael. Splitting those 2 Overlords up. And he's taking the opportunity to launch that attack while Savior's distracted. Managed to sneak that Overlord back, so he might be able to take that hatchery down. And as you can see, leading a large majority of those forces out. Coming back, killing that Overlord. He is going to be able to take this hatchery down. There's no detection there. Actually, I take it back. Just barely manages to take that hatchery down with just 2 Dark Templar. Brilliant micromanagement by Free. And now comes the drop on that protected natural. But I think, yeah, and Corsairs out there taking care of some Overlords. And really, things going very well for Free at the moment. Looks like he realizes those sunken colonies are down, though. He's not going to have an extremely successful attack there. But almost getting a good bait. Basically kind of killing that northern expansion while Savior was kind of licking his wounds. He was a bit distracted going for that drop. But now he has a Templar and Psystorm out. And if he can keep those Templar alive, even for a decent amount of time, that really will put a hamper on Savior. Even though he is going a very, very high upgrade type build. As you saw, he had the 3 Evolution Chambers. He is upgrading the Mutalisks. So he's kind of going a holistic build. I haven't seen this from Zerg in a very long time. This kind of basically, instead of dedicating kind of a single unit or going late game tech, especially from Savior, he's going to go for a Mutalisk, Hydralisk, Zergling Scourge build. And you can see he's going to use basically the Hydralisk to protect against the Corsairs and the Mutalisks to take care of the Reavers on the ground, or Dark Templar that might be coming up. And it looks like they're 1-1 upgraded, where it looks like a single melee upgrade. And now the Templar are coming out. Looks like he's going to go for an attack at that northern expansion, and a lot of gateways up for Free, and he still has that decent sized Corsair force out, so he also has a very balanced unit set. And those wow, very careless on Savior's part, rushing those Mutalisks in. I think he could have done a spot with just, you know, an errant Overlord or even a Scourge, lose something a little less costly. A lot of damage going off on all those Mutalisks to those Corsairs. And now here comes basically the large grouping, and wow, right outside, right as Savior was moving his forces out. That's extremely unfortunate. Looks like he's gonna... Oh, I take it back. It looks like Savior's going to bring his forces around, try to just absolutely crash down on his main. And this could be the difference in the game. He's going to build some lurkers in the background there. These Lings coming in, approaching. Let's see if these Templar have any Psystorm to stop this. But Free basically being caught a little off guard. But as these forces come in, it's do or die. They're going to be caught from behind and basically pincered into that cannon wall, into the units that are being produced to back up Free's base. And it looks like he's able to take care of those lurker eggs hatching in the background. I think Savior's trying to block the ramp with those lurkers, and I think that Free's going to easily be able to take care of this Psystorm going off. Those 2 Reavers in the meantime at the north look like they're going to be killed. I'm surprised that dropship's out of position. So no harm done, no foul, and honestly, Savior, even though losing a lot of forces there, he can produce... The advantage of Zerg is you can just reproduce quickly. Has those 4 lurkers out, and let's see if there's any observers out. I saw that... I know that Free has the ability to create observers. He might just rely on those Templar to kill those lurkers, though, instead. And it looks like Free, in the meantime, staking out that upper left-hand base. And it looks like he's also expanded to kind of that natural expansion that's on the map right now. It doesn't look like Savior has gone for basically built at the similar location. Queen's Nest going up for Savior, so I think Savior's now decided to go more of an Ultralisk Dark Swarm build, realizing that the Hydralisk, Mutalisk, Ling, basically kind of that holistic attack was not paying off for him. Has a couple lurkers down, and it looks like he's going to do the standard kind of lurker behind the Spore Colony build, make sure that observers can't approach, basically, so it takes a degree of micro. And here comes this drop from Free. Free manages to get a Dark Templar down and do a decent amount of damage, able to take out about 4 or 5 drones there, but yeah, a couple hits and that dropship is down. But decently successful. At least it's keeping Savior on the defensive, and looks like Savior has that large force to the south. Looks like he's starting to stake out some expansions to the south. He's already got that hatchery up in the upper left-hand corner, so Free needs to start pushing territory now while Savior's a little bit spread out. Free has the advantage that he has cannons at the front. He has those Templar up, and really those Templar can sidestorm anything that comes in, just take out a large force. And Free being very careful with his bases, putting down, being very conservative, putting down a lot of cannons. And let's see if Free goes after that expansion in the upper left-hand corner in a few seconds here. Has a lot of Dragoons out. He has an observer out now, but only a single observer, so if an Overlord and basically kind of a suicide Scourge go up, and that single Dragoon getting caught out of position by those Zerglings, he does manage to save it. A decent amount of damage on it, though. And wow, a huge amount of cannons for Free. So Free is definitely thinking this is going to be a more long-term base. I think what he's going to do is he's just going to try to bait Savior into an attack, and after he's baited Savior into a decent-sized attack, he's just going to try to crash down on his forces. And it looks like he's going to push up again to this 12 o'clock position, but wow, Savior just has a ton of forces down. Those Scourges getting drawn forward. See, they went right into that observer, and I think that's going to be the end of that attack for Free, because Free really doesn't look like he has any more Sidestorm. And a large drop by Savior. He's got all sorts of Zerglings going into those Overlords, and let's see if he can do anything. I don't know if that Hive tech's up or not. And then a big attack on Savior's main. Let's see if Savior is going to push down that attack on the backside expansion in the meantime while Free's distracted. Yeah, he is going to put that down, but a lot of cannons down for Free, so Free might be able to pull this out if Savior